definitely an evolution, but a good one. I think if bands keep playing the same songs, as writing the same albums, it'd be a very boring world. So welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. It's cold and it's gloomy and it's rainy in England, and there's only one way to fix that, and that's with great music. So we are back with Dream State, and thank you so much for your support in the last video. If you missed it, link is in the description below. But I think that was for White Lies. Yeah, lots of requests for lots of different songs. The one we're looking at today was in there as well, so that's 20 Letters. And the reason I've gone for this over one of the other kind of highly requested ones like Made Up Smile, excuse me, is because this one has a music video. Now, I'm not against at all doing songs that don't have music videos or live performances, but because I'm still quite new to the band, I like to get a feel of what they're going for, and sometimes you can get that visually through the way that they produce and the ideas they put behind their videos. So I will get to those, I promise. But for now, we're taking a look at 20 Letters. So let's dive straight in. Dream State, 20 Letters. Let's see what you got.
One night I'm sat in the dark, sitting in the coldest empty spaces of my heart.
Okay, they're pretty good at this. So you've got this guitar doing one or two picking pieces which has a delay on it, so that's fading and decaying as it goes. But then you've got this kind of like, not synth, but almost key work that's the constant, and there's no decay on that. And the way that those two sounds are interacting is very smart, especially with her nice vocal melody sitting on top.
This life is like a riddle, we're not meant to know. I used to want to run, but now I never want to let it go. I'm not letting go. Yeah, I'm done.
Did you hear that fading with the cymbal? So I think I mentioned this in a previous reaction, but the way that they can get that to happen, there's one way to do that, is if you do a cymbal hit, and obviously it's a loud noise right up front, instant noise, and it fades out. If you reverse that and you put an exponential fade on, you get a, and that's how you get like a really nice build into some of the break pieces that they do. So have a listen for that.
I'm not letting go. Yeah, I'm done.
Very overdriven guitar, super overdriven, or purposefully overdriven. So it's creating like a buzz to it, which is kind of cool. And that works really well because you've got that constant key work that's happened in the beginning that's carrying through. And then you've got that choir, which sounds like a choir effect it's been manipulated a little bit, but very cool. I imagine at some point she's going to be singing over that as the chorus piece. That's generally how the structure of this kind of thing works. But yeah, it's good.
I soaked my skin, made some space in my mind, wrote it all in 20 letters. I learned to walk alone and hold my own, and I've been feeling better in a new direction. No, they're never gonna pull me apart. I'm already undone. I'm done. No, they're never gonna break me. No, they're never gonna bring me down. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going back because I was just about to comment how this is much more poppy than their previous stuff, and that's obviously a little harder edge they just went into there. So I've had a lot of compliments of people going, "Oh, I can't believe you pick this up and pick that up," and that's just because I've spent loads of time in a band and in studio and writing and producing out my own music and helping with some friends and stuff like that, to ignore the obvious. So the first thing you hear in a song, get your mind to ignore that, and then you'll start to find things behind. And sometimes I change my body position because it helps me almost like visualize like I'm looking over the guitar, I'm looking something like that. So but my hearing is actually not great. because of being in a band for so long and being a complete idiot and not using in-ears, the higher range of my frequencies that I should be able to hear are pretty much gone. So sometimes excuse me, sometimes I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's my ears, but I'm struggling more in the song to hear her vocals pulled out. It sounds like they blended a bit more into the song than like on White Lies, where it sounded like it was the vocals were pushed forward a bit more. Again, that may just be me, but it's not inaudible. It's definitely there, and I can definitely hear what she's saying. But if I was going to be ultra critical, it would be that I wish they were pushed forward just a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm done.
I love her screams, man. She's fire. Nice melody. That was classy.
Looking for a sign, feel the world in my hands. As long as
There's when you go from a scream into a softer piece, it's important to strip back, right? And that's the contrast, the light and shade that I always talk about. However, stripping back too much can sometimes be a problem, because then it just seems it's too much of a jerk in terms of what your body's locked onto in the melody. That was really cool because they stripped back to just her vocals, and then the guitar work. But there was also kind of like a synth or like a chord kind of playing, if you will, in the back, and it was almost I don't know, actually I can't actually explain what the sound is, but it was just created a fullness, so it wasn't quite empty. It's quite good.
I was sat on the fence, looking for a
Sounds like wind almost, but with a note.
hands. As long as you are mine, as long as you are mine, as long as you are mine. As long as you are mine.
Yeah.
No, they're never gonna put me.
That's called a false break, where they build into something that you think is going to break. That's why I was like, oh, here we go, and then they delay it a bit. It reminds me of horror films where it's that kind of anticlimax and then the scare. I like that. It's nice.
As long as you are mine. No, they're never gonna put me apart. I'm already done. I'm done. I'm done. No, they're never gonna break me. No, they're never gonna bring me down. I'm done. I'm done. No, they're never gonna pull me apart. I'm already done. I'm done. No, they're never gonna break me. No, they're never gonna put me down.
Drummer's been really smart there with that dun 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 ka, dun dun dun. He's just creating this like almost tribal beat to it, which is minimalist for what a drummer could be doing there, but I think it's really necessary. The song's very busy in a good way. It's very busy. There's a lot of things going on, so you don't want to overcomplicate it. I thought that was really classy.
I'm done. No, they're never gonna break me. No, they're never gonna put me down.
I love her voice. Can you hear those digital? I didn't hear that until now. It's definitely running. There's some digital, like almost computer spacey effects going on. That's why when I was saying it's busy, I could hear stuff going on, but I didn't pick it up until there. It's interesting. And it's been panned left and right.
I'm holding on to hope, and I can't just let it go. No, I can't just let it go.
Yeah, she's a special talent. The band's really good too. I mean, it's very easy with this kind of music to focus on the singer or the yeah, it's normally the singer because they kind of the standout feature because there's a lot of people doing this kind of music. So one of the differentiators is the lead vocal. But I think the band's really good. I think they're really tight. Probably next would be a really good thing is to look into a live performance. I imagine they'd be really cool live. So I like that. I really enjoyed that. Definitely an evolution of their sound from White Lies. I hope that I'm getting that right. I think White Lies was earlier. But yeah, definitely an evolution, but a good one. I think if bands keep playing the same songs, writing the same albums, it'd be a very boring world. So I like when bands evolve. I like when they do something new, but it has to stay true to some of their fundamentals, and this absolutely did. There was that harder edge. There was the melody. I think the band were really smart in how they did things, much like they were in White Lies. I think this was quite a mature approach to this kind of song. So really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That'll let me know that you're on board. And if there's any other Dream State songs, I know Made Up Smile, I think, was one of the other big ones. So we'll get onto that one next. It's totally fine if there isn't a music video, then kind of we look for a live performance. If there isn't, and there's just kind of a visualizer or a lyric video or something, happy with that too. I think I'm getting a grasp of kind of what they do and who they are. So that'll be fine to do next. So thank you once again for spending time with me. I hope that your day is even 0.5% better through being entertained through these reactions, because mine is infinitely better. So thank you once again. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.